Welcome to IAS at Speed of Light, and today we are going to start the second session on polity mnemonics. While doing these polity mnemonic sessions, it is required to leave some time gap between two successive polity mnemonic sessions, a time gap of maybe 3 to 4 days. The reason is because we are using the same picture for a same number multiple number of times, and so it is required to leave some time gap between the usage of those image so that it will surface properly into our mind. So last time, if you remember, we started with the formation of the Indian states, sequence of formation of Indian states, and that sequence of formation of Indian states, it is post 1956. 1956 is a watershed year for the formation of states, in which the State Reorganization Act got passed, and also there was a seventh Constitution Amendment Act, and thereafter we had the formation of new states, where the earlier classification of the states was done on basis of Part A, Part B, Part C. It was done away, and we saw the formation of 14 states and 7 union territories in 1956, and thereafter we saw the sequence of the formation of state. It's starting with Gujarat. The second thing what we saw, it was the schedules of the constitution. It becomes a very important part. Then we saw the constitutional amendment acts, and we saw the borrowed constitution, from which country constitution we have bought which part. So today our first task, it would be the order of precedence, that is the sequence or the table of precedence in the hierarchy of Indian government, or the orders of the officials of the union and the state governments. So how we will do this is, again we will try to find out a sequence which is already there in our permanent memory, and that sequence we will use for our advantage to remember this order, table of precedence, or the order of precedence of officials of Indian government. So this sequence will be the sequence of our house. Okay, we all have a picture of our house, and we know the sequence of our house, and it doesn't change. What I mean to say is, first there has to be a main gate, then there has to be a parking or sort of garden. Like, this is a normal architecture of the house. You may be having different architecture, but this what we will focus. Starting with the main gate. Okay, imagine yourself now, you're standing in front of the house, and the first is the main gate, right? So main gate, you saw a big notice that governor has ordered that it should be closed. Okay, the governor of the state has said all gates of the houses should remain closed, otherwise animals can enter inside the house. So governor is our first linkage with the main gate, and before governor we have president, vice president, and prime minister. So these three are the obvious one. So president, vice president, prime minister, and we need not link it with our mnemonics. So starting with president, vice president, prime minister, these three are the obvious one, and now we are starting with the fourth one, that is the governor. Governor in his own state. Okay, so this is the fourth order of table of order of precedence of the officials of central and state government, and this question has been asked quite a few number of times in UPSC, and it becomes really difficult for the student to answer such type of questions. But after forming these mnemonics, or after forming this mind map sort of thing, it would be a very easy job for the aspirants. Now after completing the main gate, we enter inside the home, and the first thing is now garden. Okay, a small mini garden, like which almost all houses have. So that garden, all past presidents and the deputy of the prime minister working. So that garden, it was a special garden, and all the past presidents, okay, all the ex-presidents were working there. And you got surprised, like these presidents don't have any reputation now, so they are working here in garden. So presidents, all ex-presidents, and the deputy of prime minister. Okay, deputy of prime minister working in garden. So after governor, we see ex-presidents, past presidents, and deputy prime minister. So these form the sequence. Is starting from president, vice president, prime minister, then you have governor. Governor ordered to close the main gate. Second, now you have presidents, ex-presidents, and deputy PM. Now what happens inside garden is you have a car park also where you park your car. So that car has got permit from Chief Justice and it has a very good speakers. Okay, the music system inside the car is really good. So car has got special permission from Chief Justice of India. Normally your car get permission, we get the registration done from the local RTO office, but that car which is there in your house now inside the garden, it has got a special permission from Chief Justice of India. So special permission from Chief Justice of India. And another thing what we linked, it was the speakers. So Speaker of Lok Sabha. Right. So moving ahead in our house, after car park, we normally have a two-wheeler also. Four-wheeler and then two-wheeler. So two-wheeler, we have a bike and there's a bike parking there. So whole cabinet on bike. Okay, the whole cabinet, like whole cabinet ministers, they're sitting on single bike. Can you see that image in your front of you? Like where there's a single bike and there's so many ministers sitting on same bike. So you can visualize a cartoon picture in your mind. So whole cabinet on bike. So cabinet ministers. Chief Minister of State. For Chief Minister of State, we are taking the picture of Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Okay, now the current Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, and was the third time consequently when he was elected as a Chief Minister of single state. So our picture for state, or for that matter Chief Minister of State, it would be Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. So Chief Minister of State on bike, that is Shivraj Singh sitting on bike. So the same order is now Chief Minister of State in his state. So that thing is very important. Governor here, the first position in the mnemonics after PM, it was the governor in his own state. Now after Chief Minister of State in his own state, it is the leader of opposition. The leader of opposition. So now you can see a picture where the ministers or the politicians of the government side, they are riding bike and they are striking it with the leader of opposition. So bike, we are again relating with the leader of opposition. And bike made up of ratnas. Ratnas are the these precious stones. Okay, ratna, the stones, the jewelries. So bike made up of ratna, Bharat Ratna. So why we are associating these whole people with a single bike is these form a single point in the order of precedence or table of precedence. So starting with the president, vice president and PM, then it was the governor in his own state. The governor you saw on the main gate. Then when you entered, garden was there. Garden, all ex-presidents. Okay, you can say Abdul Kalam in that and all other ex-presidents. And plus the deputy of prime minister was working in your garden as a gardener. After that there was a car park. Okay, car park. You linked to information, it has got special permission from CGI, that is Chief Justice of India, and good speakers, that is good music system or speakers related with the Lok Sabha speaker. After that it was bike, that two-wheeler parking of your house. Two-wheeler parking, bike, you related the cabinet ministers, whole cabinet minister sitting on the bike, the chief minister of a state in his own state, leader of opposition, and Bharat Ratna holders. Let's move further. Then you completed that whole part, the balcony sort of area, and now you reach the main gate, like where you enter into the house, the main house, the floor area. Okay, so first thing what you do is you have a bell. Okay, doorbell. So you used that doorbell, and when you used that doorbell, they told you governor is not at home. Okay, there is no point of ringing the bell. Governor is not at home. So what we want to link here is governor not in his own state. Governor not in his own state. So first it was the governor in his own state. Now with the doorbell we are linking the information governor not in his own state. Okay, so this was with bell. Now the door opens, and they invited you inside, and there was a sofa in that drawing hall. Okay, the sofa in that drawing hall is our next mnemonic, and what we see there is judges of Supreme Courts are sitting there. So judges of Supreme Court are sitting there. So judges of Supreme Court. So you have to see that picture in your mind. Okay, it is very important to see the picture in your mind, because if you rush through these sessions and if you don't see the pictures properly, then you will come out with maybe 50% result, and 100% will not happen. So for that 100% to happen, and if you want yourself to memorize this for your whole life without revising single number of time after the three basic revisions, then you have to see the pictures, and we all can see the pictures. We can all imagine well. We have got this power given by the God to imagine whatever we want to imagine, and that is how our brain memorize fast. So far in drawing hall we are seeing judges. Okay, Supreme Court judges sitting there. So Supreme Court judges sitting in the sofa. You can see your own house where you may be having one sofa in the drawing hall. Okay, for the guest. So sofa, Supreme Court judges are sitting there. You can see the judges uniform. Okay, that black coat. So judges sitting on the sofa. So Supreme Court judges is our next inclusion in the list. Then with sofa, what we have generally in the drawing room, it is the table. Okay, with sofa we have a table where we give some snacks to the guest. So on table, one book of UPSC. Okay, that may be any book. That may be Lakshmikant, or that may be DD Basu. So it may be any book. So that book, it is lying on the table. Okay, table of your drawing room. So you first use the doorbell. With doorbell we associated governor is not at home. Then the sofa was there. Supreme Court judges were sitting there. You went inside home. Now you are seeing one table with the sofa, and that table is having an UPSC book lying there. Okay, so with this UPSC book, what we want to remember is the chairman of the UPSC, that is Union Public Service Commission. And what happened with that UPSC book? The chapter of the Election Commission, okay, in your UPSC book, whatever UPSC book you follow, there is a chapter regarding the elections, okay, the Election Commission. So chapter of Election Commission was opened in that book, but it was written that in that chapter, okay, you were interested to see that book. So what you saw there was CAG manages Election Commission, okay, but it is wrong. So that is how three information we relate with table here. First was the UPSC book. With UPSC book, it is chairman of UPSC. Which chapter it was opened? The chapter regarding the election procedures in the country, it was opened. Okay, so with elections we want to see Chief Election Commission. Okay, Chief Election Commissioner, and but it was written that CAG manages it. CAG is Comptroller and Auditor General of India. So that is how three informations we relate with table. Okay, another thing what you have in drawing room is the TV. Okay, normally you have television also in the drawing hall. So drawing hall we saw sofa, then we saw the table, and now we are seeing the TV. And with TV, we are attaching two informations. That TV, it was showing the ad of, or it was showing the news of lawyer of government. Okay, government is having a lawyer, which is the attorney general. Attorney general is actually a lawyer for the government, and one cabinet secretary. So cabinet secretary, we get secretary. Okay, your secretary, personal secretary maybe. So with TV, there was an interview going with the lawyer of the government, and he's trying to defend the government on the wrong policies of the government maybe, and he is with his secretary. Okay, a very good beautiful lady secretary, right? So this is a important order of precedence which we require to remember, and 80% chances are there that you will get a question. If anything would be asked from the table of precedence, you will get something from this only. 80% of chances there, but there is a long list for the officials of state and union government, which I don't think we should require to memorize everything. So these are the important people whom we need to require uh, to memorize. Let's have a recap, which started from president, vice president, prime minister. It was then governor on the main gate, then past presidents, deputy prime minister. Then we came to car, CGI, Chief Justice of India permission, then Speaker of Lok Sabha, then bike we attached Cabinet Minister, Chief Minister in his own state, the leader of opposition, and Bharat Ratna holders. Okay, now Sachin Tendulkar actually comes in that category. So Bharat Ratna holders. After that, you use the doorbell, governor not in his own state. Then inside house it was sofa, Supreme Court judges. Then the table it was the UPSC chairman, Chief Election Commissioner, and then it was the CAG. After CAG it was TV, so Attorney General of India. That is was a lawyer of the government and Cabinet Secretary. Let's move further now to the next task, and that is the sequence of Indian presidents. And how again we will do this Indian presidents in sequence is by having a journey to the President House of Delhi. Okay, it's a very famous President House in Delhi. So we are going on a journey to President House, and let's see what will happen in this journey. First thing is you are in Delhi, and first you have to catch the bus to the President House. So catching bus for the President House, you entered into the bus, and that bus conductor gave you prasad. Okay, prasadam, like God prasad, prasadam. So he gave you prasad, and that not once, he gave it twice. Okay, prasad or the prasadam. So from Prasad we get Rajendra Prasad, and he was the only president to serve two times. So that bus conductor who was giving you the Prasad two times, Prasad is Rajendra Prasad, and the only president to serve two times, because that conductor gave you Prasad two times. Let's move further. So again there are two gates. One is the main gate, one big gate for the President House, and in that gate you saw a statue of Radha Krishna. Okay, Lord Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna statue. So Sarvapalli Radha Krishna is the second president. Sarvapalli Radha Krishnan. So after crossing main gate, you reach big garden. Okay, there's a very big garden in President House, and inside that big garden, Zakir Hussain. Okay, Zakir Hussain was performing with his tabla. Zakir Hussain is a famous person, tabla wadak, and the Zakir Hussain also famous for his ad campaign of Taj tea. Wahataj, you might be knowing this person, Zakir Hussain. So inside that garden now, a big garden, Zakir Hussain was performing with his tabla, and he died while playing tabla. Okay, so you can see that image when Zakir Hussain is playing tabla inside that garden, and he died while playing that tabla. So Zakir Hussain, that he died while acting as President of India. So Zakir Hussain was playing tabla in the garden and died while playing tabla. So you can see that picture while Zakir Hussain is passionately playing the tabla, but suddenly something happened and he died. So other thing what happens in big gardens is a big shower, okay, the water shower. So in that shower normally we find the statues, different statues, the statues of Ambedkar, statues of Maharana Pratap. But now here the strange thing was it was the statue of VVS Lakshman. Okay, VVS Lakshman is a very famous Indian cricketer, a very good test player. So idol of VVS Lakshman was there. So from VVS Lakshman we get VV Giri, right? VV Giri. So he was the president who was both acting and serving. Both acting and serving. So after Zakir Hussain died, he was the acting president who VV Giri, or a picture for VV Giri, it is VVS Lakshman. So garden, we finished. We started with bus conductor, gave you Prasad. Prasad that two times. So Rajendra Prasad, he became a president 2 times. Main gate, it was the idol of Radha Krishna. So you have to see that statue. Whatever form you want to see that statue of Radha Krishnan, you have to see on the main gate. You entered into that house. It was a big garden, okay, big president house garden. Zakir Hussain was playing tabla, died while playing tabla. So Zakir Hussain. Then it was VV Giri or VVS Lakshman idol, right? Then what happens? You have to go to the main house, actually where the president lives. Okay, so our president house has a unique tradition. Okay, so whoever comes, they take from garden to the main house on a special heart-shaped vehicle. Okay, heart-shaped vehicle. So what we want to remember here is from heart, that is Hridaya. Hridaya is a Hindi word for heart. So Hridayatullah. Hridayatullah is our next president who also acted as an acting president. So Hidayatullah was also Chief Justice of India at that time. So Chief Justice of India, we want to relate it with Hridaya. So Chief Justice, like all those Chief Justice or the head of all the judges or the the head of the law authority of India, they heart are very strong, okay? They don't take any decisions based on emotions, so their heart is very strong. So heart, that is Hridaya, we are relating it with CGI, or Hridaya, it is Hidayatullah. Hidaya, so from Hidaya we get Hridaya. So security guard on the entrance of main house. Now you reach the main house on sitting on that special heart-shaped vehicle. Okay, you can see in your own dreams now. Okay, the heart-shaped vehicle, and you are sitting on that, and you are reaching the security guard. Okay, or the main house. And VVS Lakshman, again we see VVS Lakshman was there as the security guard. So probably that's why he's serving here as a security guard. They might have put the idol like what we have seen with the water shower there. So VV Giri now becomes the serving president of India. So security is over now and you enter the main president house. Okay. So the first thing in house, always we get a guest room. Okay, so any guest comes, so first room for the guest, right, first room in the house is for the guest. So that guest room, one fakir was there. Okay, fakir was there, and he was saying that he will die here only. Okay, so that fakir was there in the guest room, and he was telling you that he will die here in this room only, and he will not go out of president house. So from fakir we get Fakhruddin, right? Fakhruddin, and he died in office. So the first person who died, it was Zakir Hussain, who died while playing tabla, and now it is Fakhruddin, a fakir, in the guest room. Okay, the first room after security. He also died in office. After guest room, the next room is library room. Okay, guest room, and second is library room. President House has a very big library. So one Jat, okay, Jat is a community we know, a Haryanvi community, very aggressive people. So one Jat was there, and he said he is only temporarily posted there. Okay, so Jat we get Jati. So he acted as the temporary prime minister, temporary president, or the acting president of India after the death of Fakhruddin. So Basappa Danappa Jatti. From Jatti we get Jat, and Jat it is the library room. He was the CM of Mysore. So Mysore we have already picture of palace, Mysore Palace. If you remember, we did in the modern history part, Mysore, our picture is of Mysore Palace, and you can see Mysore Palace is wholly managed by the Jat people. Okay, the whole security in the palace it is of Jat people. So Jat we get Jatti. So library first is the guest room, and what guests normally do it is they read books. Okay, normally guests we don't allow inside the bedrooms and our personal rooms. So guest room is the first one when you enter into the house, and second it is the library room, so that in case if they want to refer to any book, and third now is the kitchen. And you must be knowing the kitchen of President House is really famous, and in the President House itself they grow all the vegetables and fruits, so none of the things comes from outside. So famous kitchen. Okay, after library we see kitchen, and who was the cook there? It was Neelam. Okay, Neelam the actress. Now there are so many Neelams, and you may be knowing one girl named Neelam, so we are attaching Neelam, the Bollywood actress Neelam, okay, was the cook there. So from Neelam, what we want to remember is Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy, and he was the CM of Andhra Pradesh, and Andhra Pradesh is biryani for us. Okay. Now, what that cook was cooking? It was biryani for the president, special biryani. So, what all the rooms we saw? First was the guest room. For the guest room, it was library, and after library, it is kitchen. Let's see ahead. Uh, After now kitchen, we see the main room of president, where actually president stays. So you went to that room, but you saw it's like a jail. Okay, it's like a prison. So from jail, we get Gyani Jail Singh, and he was the CM of Punjab. So what happened inside that jail, the room of president? President was drinking lassi. So he was the president of Punjab, Gyani Jail Singh, or the jail. The room was like a jail, the president room. Okay, so these are the basic rooms. First was the guest room, then library, then kitchen, now the president room, and now you are meeting president. Okay, you are meeting president, and when you are meeting president, Venkatesh Prasad. Okay, Venkatesh Prasad was Indian cricketer, Indian fast bowler. Venkatesh Prasad. Venkatesh Prasad was sitting with the president, and here present president, we can visualize Pranab Mukherjee as our picture of president. So Venkatesh Prasad is sitting with the president there and discussing the bowling strategy. So Venkatesh Prasad. So R. Venkatraman becomes Venkatesh Prasad, and when you went to meet President, it was Venkatesh Prasad who was sitting with the President and discussing the things. So you met with the President, and President gave you a written gift for you visiting his house, and he gave one idol of Lord Shankar. Okay, Lord Shankar idol he gave, and from Lord Shankar, we get Shankar Dayas Sharma, who was the CM of Madhya Pradesh. Okay, Madhya Pradesh, our picture is Diggi Babu, or the Digvijay Singh, and here Digvijay Singh is meditating. Okay, he's doing tapasya. to please Lord Shankar. So Shankar Dayal Sharma or Shankar we are linking when President gave you the gift, and he was the CM of Madhya Pradesh. Or Digvijay Singh we are linking with Shankar. Going out from the President house now, okay, you finished everything, you're going out from the President house, and that Radha Krishna idol, okay, which we saw on the front gate, the main gate when we entered into the house, now it was changed into the idol of Lord Narayan, okay, Lord Narayan or Lord Vishnu. It has been changed to Lord Vishnu, and from Narayan we get K.R. Narayan. Right. So here we finish this. After that, we know APJ Abdul Kalam. Okay, APJ Abdul Kalam. Then it was Pratibha Patil, and now it is Pranab Mukherjee. So these things, three people, we need not put in our mnemonic series. Quick recap. Okay, Bus. Okay, Prasad two times. Then Radhakrishna, Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, idol. Zakir Hussain playing tabla, died while playing tabla. Idol of VVS Lakshman. Okay, the statue of VVS Lakshman on that water shower. Then Hidayatullah, Hidaya, a heart-shaped vehicle which took you to the main gate of the house. Uh, Hidaya, we linked it with the CGI, okay, the Chief Justice of India, about their heart. They have very strong heart. Security guard was VVS Lakshman. So acting and serving both. So VV Giri was the only president who acted both as acting and the serving president of India. After security guard, it was the guest room, and was Fakir was staying there. So Fakir, who was saying he will die there only and he will not go out of the president house. So Fakhruddin died in office. After Fakhruddin, it was Jati, okay, Jat. Library, who was in charge of library, we linked it with the Mysore Palace, or he was the CM of Mysore. After Jati or library, it was the kitchen, and Neelam was cooking there. And with Neelam, we attached what she was cooking. It was biryani, or the CM of Andhra Pradesh. After that, we moved further to the main room of the president. It was the jail, okay, Gyani Jail Singh, and he was a chief minister of Punjab, Lassi. Then you met a president who was there with President Venkatesh Prasad, okay, R. Venkatraman. After R. Venkatraman, what gift president gave you? Idol of Shankar, Lord Shankar, Shankar Dayal Sharma. Shankar Dayal Sharma, we linked it Madhya Pradesh, where the Digvijay Singh meditating. Then you came out and it was Narayan, the idol of Narayan. The Radha Krishnan idol has been changed to the idol of Lord Narayan. So this is how now things will work, and you will not forget this sequence for your whole life. Now you can see the difference. This sequence of Indian presidents we have been studying right from class 7th or 8th maybe, but still it is very difficult for us to recall that. We cannot, we are not able to memorize it, and it's a big tough task for us. But here in hardly 10 seconds, 10 minutes or maybe 15 minutes, you now cannot able to forget this sequence and other also informations related with this sequence.